So, continuing along in our little commentary here. Of course, on YouTube, I had to split this into two. So, if you're watching this commentary on YouTube, I probably did leave enough room in between so that I could make the cut in the commentary when I needed it. What you're seeing here is now Amanda's scene. Her character's name is Lacey, although you never hear it in the film. In fact, the only name that you do hear in the film is Paige. The killer's name is Mark. He is not Jack the Ripper. Let me just say that straight up. He is not Jack the Ripper. He is a copycat killer who is following Jack the Ripper's method and style of killing, picking up prostitutes and bringing them back to his house, killing them, and then dumps them in the woods. Um, and right here, he's picking up Amanda's character, Lacey. Amanda, I give so much credit for because, like Gina, she was out in the cold, and as you can see, she wasn't exactly dressed for the cold. Um, and to kind of throw that out there, also, I'm working on a very dark subject matter, which is also why I toned it down a lot more from the original script. Prostitution, killing, a lot of people are going to be a little offended by that because, I'm showing females as prostitutes, I'm showing them getting killed, but this is actually supposed to be more of a story where it happens, this crap happens, but somebody has enough strength in them to literally defy death and come back and get the revenge that she deserves, and the vengeance that she deserves. And here is the scene where it's going to all happen. Amanda, or Lacey, is the next victim of Mark, and she is going to be saved kind of unwittingly by Gina's character of Paige, because Paige kind of just interrupts and saves Amanda. Now, again, this scene is just our kitchen scene, and all the lights are being pumped through from the outside, and same here to get the silhouette of Paige. It's all being pumped in from outside, so I can get these dark, contrasting shadows. If there's any one particular part of this film that I am immensely proud of, it is this part right here, kitchen and bed and living room scenes, because the shadowing is just everything that I hoped for it to be. It could be maybe a little bit better, but for this is really the first time that I was working as my own director of photography, and having to come up with ways to get these shadows that I wanted, and I'm very proud that I was at least in some way able to figure out how to do that. And I have to just give myself a shout out for this shot, because if there's any particular shot I'm most proud of in this film, it's that shot right there, where her arm is literally reaching out from the shadows and picking up this knife, well, a butcher knife. And it was probably just, and for me, one of my favorite shots. There's a lot of improvement that could happen in this film, but if there's one thing I'd keep, that would be that shot. Um, and as you can see, I kind of made it look like that the ghost was gonna kill um, Amanda's character, but then we come back and Amanda's character is alive and well, and she's making a phone call, um, and to 911. I have had people ask why prostitutes have cell phones, and my answer to that is everybody has a cell phone today, even if you're dirt poor. I'm dirt poor and I have a cell phone. So a prostitute who gets a little bit of money for what she does should be able to have a cell phone. But perhaps if I were to reshoot this, I would go a different route. But in this particular version, they have cell phones. And because of that, she calls 911. The cops show up. They investigate the scene. When we find out that Mark has been disposed of. And here, this is also, some people have asked me what this says. This says in the woods, or in woods. And it's written very kind of broken, because imagine this character who's broken trying to write. And she's twitchy and she's trying to write this. Well, she's trying to give a clue that she is still out in the woods. She never really got up. She's still out there. And what saved Paige is actually the ghost or what saved Lacey, excuse me, is Paige's ghost. And and there you have it. This is Shattered in a Heartbeat with me rambling over the top of it. And I hope in all the rambling that I've done that you've learned a little something interesting about this particular film. I do have a decently long credit sequence here, so I can tell you a little bit more as we go along. Um, Basically, the entire idea of this film, again, was to um, kind of do what I had attempted to do with Amber, and I'm really proud that it came out the way that it did. I'm immensely proud of all of my actors in this film. They didn't have any dialogue to play off from, with the exception of Gina playing her mother's voice, but and me playing the news anchor that basically tells the story. But there was no dialogue, and everything had to be done visually, emotionally. Everything that happened had to be conveyed through body movement and through facial expressions, and basically on my side of things, how how the composition of my shots, the way that I edited in the in post production, the way that I cut it with the music, this all had to come together. Mind you, like I said, it could be better in places. I'm still learning. Um, and It's just for what I did, I have to say that I am proud of everybody that was involved, and I am proud of myself for at least getting this done. And hopefully, the next short film will be even better. Um, and just to throw this out there too, just to give a nice good shout out, there's two songs in this film that the two heavy metal rock songs. The first one where Paige gets picked up by Mark, and the second one where Paige wakes up in the forest. Those two rock metal songs are from a band called Silence the Feedback, and um, a friend of mine who's in the band, he's a guitarist of the band, was gracious enough to let me use two songs for this short film. So thank you so very much to the band for that. And Kevin MacLeod, I give a very good shout out to. He's got an excellent website with a lot of great music, and it's a good resource for people who need music for their short films. Um, so I got to make sure that both Silence the Feedback and Kevin MacLeod get their due, because without the two of them, I wouldn't have been able to make this short film even remotely as decent as it is. And so I thank both, and I thank all my actors, I thank all my crew, and I thank all of you for watching. Hopefully, you saw the version without me rambling over the top, or maybe I hope that you've seen all the versions just to see where my particular mind was at when I was cutting them at those times. And I bid you all adieu, and I hope you enjoyed this. So, again, thank you for watching, and hope to see you guys for my next short film whenever that happens to be. Have a good one.